Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving headfirst into a rabbit hole of epic proportions. Like seriously, you guys know I love a good conspiracy theory, and trust me, I've got some juicy ones for you. We're talking moon landings, secret societies, hidden agendas, all that good stuff. If you're new here, first of all, hi. Second, buckle up, because things are about to get weird. And if you're a conspiracy theory veteran like me, then get ready to have your mind blown, because I've got some theories here that even I had to question. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the craziness. And leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite conspiracy theory is, because let's be real, we all have one. All right, let's do this. Okay, let's kick things off with a classic, the moon landing. Did it happen? Didn't it happen? It's been debated for decades, and honestly, the more you look into it, the weirder it gets. Like, think about it. We're supposed to believe that in 1969, with the technology they had back then, we sent a bunch of dudes to the moon, they planted a flag, played some golf, and came back. I mean, it sounds crazy, right? And don't even get me started on the whole waving flag in space thing. Everyone knows there's no wind on the moon. So how was that flag flapping around like it was doing a car dealership commercial? Something's fishy, guys, I'm telling you. And another thing, if you look closely at the photos from the moon landing, there are like no stars in the background. It's just this big black void. Now, I'm no astronaut, but I'm pretty sure space is full of stars. So, where'd they all go? Did NASA just like Photoshop them out? It's also suspicious. Okay guys, let's switch gears for a second and talk about something a little different. Shakespeare. Yeah, the guy who wrote Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, all those classic plays that we all pretended to read in high school. But what if I told you that there's a chance, a very real chance, that Shakespeare didn't actually write any of his plays? Crazy, right? I mean, Shakespeare is like the most famous playwright of all time, but there's this whole conspiracy theory that the guy we know as William Shakespeare was just a front, a nobody who took credit for someone else's work. And honestly, the more you look into it, the more plausible it seems. Like, think about it. Shakespeare came from a humble background. He didn't have a fancy education, and there's no record of him ever traveling abroad. So how did he know so much about history, politics, and foreign cultures? It's almost as if he didn't write the plays. Okay, so picture this. Two ships, identical twins, the Titanic and the Olympic. These two behemoths of the sea were the pride of the White Star Line, a company that wanted to dominate the transatlantic passenger market. They were designed to be the epitome of luxury and engineering prowess, a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. But as we all know, the story of these two ships is far from straightforward. They were practically the same damn ship built by the White Star Line. The construction of these ships was a massive undertaking, involving thousands of workers and years of planning. The Olympic was the first to be completed, and she set sail with much fanfare. The Titanic, on the other hand, was still being fitted out, with workers putting the finishing touches on her luxurious interiors. The Olympic, she was the older sister, and she had a bit of a reputation, a little accident-prone. You know, she had a few mishaps here and there, nothing too serious at first. But then came the infamous collision with the HMS Hawke, a British warship. This wasn't just a little scrape, it was a significant accident that caused considerable damage to the Olympic's hull. And this is where it gets juicy. Some people, they think something fishy is going on with these two ships. The conspiracy theories start to swirl, and the lines between fact and fiction begin to blur. What if the White Star Line, facing the enormous cost of repairing the Olympic, decided to pull a fast one? What if they swapped the identities of the two ships? See, the Olympic, she had this little fender bender with another ship, the HMS Hawke. The collision was so severe that it bent the Olympic's keel and caused extensive damage to her hull. The repairs would have been astronomically expensive, and the ship would be out of service for a long time, costing the White Star Line a fortune in lost revenue. Not a big deal, right? Wrong. The damage was pretty bad, and it would have cost a fortune to fix her up. The White Star Line was already under financial strain, and the thought of losing one of their flagship vessels was a nightmare. So, what if they decided to switch the identities of the two ships to save money and avoid the financial hit? Now, here's where the conspiracy kicks in. What if, and just hear me out, what if the White Star Line decided to pull a little switcheroo? They take the damaged Olympic, give her a fresh coat of paint, a new name tag, and bam! She's the Titanic ready to set sail. Meanwhile, the real Titanic, still in pristine condition, is quietly rebranded as the Olympic and sent off to sea. They take the damaged Olympic, Give her a fresh coat of paint, a new name tag, and bam, she's the Titanic, ready to set sail. The workers at the shipyard would have been sworn to secrecy, and the switch could have been carried out under the cover of night. The newly christened Titanic, which was actually the damaged Olympic, would then embark on her ill-fated maiden voyage. Meanwhile, the real Titanic is chilling in dry dock, waiting for her moment to shine. She would be quietly completed and sent off to sea as the Olympic, free from the stigma of the collision and ready to serve the White Star Line for many years to come. It's a wild theory, but it's not entirely implausible when you consider the financial pressures the company was under. I know it sounds crazy, but the more you dig into it, the more you're like, wait a minute. There are some intriguing pieces of evidence that make you question the official story. For example, some historians and researchers have pointed out discrepancies in the design and construction of the two ships. These differences, though subtle, could be significant. Some people even say there's photographic evidence, differences in the portholes, the deck layout, even the freaking lifeboats. The Titanic and the Olympic were supposed to be identical, but there are photos that show slight variations between the two ships. These differences could be explained away as minor design changes, but they could also be evidence of a more elaborate scheme. They say these little details, they don't lie. It's like, why would they go through all that trouble? The lifeboats, for instance, were a point of contention. The Titanic famously didn't have enough lifeboats for all her passengers, a fact that contributed to the high death toll when she sank. But some researchers claim that the lifeboats on the Titanic were actually those from the Olympic, further fueling the conspiracy theory. Well, some say it was all about insurance money, a big old scam. The White Star Line was in financial trouble, and the insurance payout from the Titanic's sinking would have been a windfall. By switching the ships, they could have collected the insurance money while still keeping a functional vessel in service. It's a bold and risky move, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Others, they think there was something darker at play, something sinister. Some conspiracy theorists believe that the Titanic was deliberately sunk as part of a larger plot. They point to the presence of several high-profile passengers on board, including wealthy businessmen and influential figures. Could it be that the sinking was orchestrated to eliminate certain individuals or to serve a hidden agenda? The sinking of the Titanic was a tragedy of epic proportions, and it left a lasting impact on the world. Over 1,500 people lost their lives in the icy waters of the North Atlantic, and the disaster led to significant changes in maritime safety regulations. But the questions and mysteries surrounding the Titanic and the Olympic continue to captivate people's imaginations. Memorials and museums dedicated to the Titanic can be found all over the world, and the ship's story has been the subject of countless books, documentaries, and movies. The fascination with the Titanic endures, and new theories and discoveries continue to emerge. Whether you believe in the conspiracy theories or not, there's no denying that the tale of the Titanic and the Olympic is one of the most intriguing stories in maritime history. In the end, the truth about the Titanic and the Olympic may never be fully known. The ships themselves are long gone, resting on the ocean floor, and many of the people involved in their construction and operation have passed away. But the legacy of these two ships lives on, a testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and the enduring power of a good mystery. Underwater exploration of the Titanic's wreckage has provided some answers, but it has also raised new questions. The ship's remains are slowly deteriorating, and soon they may be lost to the depths forever. But as long as people continue to be fascinated by the story of the Titanic and the Olympic, the legend of these two ships will never truly fade away. Artifacts recovered from the Titanic's wreckage are displayed in museums around the world, offering a tangible connection to the past. These items, from pieces of the ship's hull to personal belongings of the passengers, provide a glimpse into the lives of those who were on board. They serve as a poignant reminder of the human cost of the disaster and the enduring legacy of the Titanic. The Titanic has also left an indelible mark on popular culture, from the blockbuster movie directed by James Cameron to countless books, songs, and artworks. The story of the Titanic continues to inspire and captivate. The ship's tragic end and the heroism of those on board have become a symbol of human resilience and the fragility of life. So whether you believe in the conspiracy theories or not, the tale of the Titanic and the Olympic is a fascinating chapter in maritime history. It's a story of ambition, tragedy, and mystery, and it continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. As we look back on the legacy of these two ships, we are reminded of the enduring power of a good story and the mysteries that still lie beneath the surface. All right, guys, let's talk about one of the most infamous days in American history, November 22nd, 1963. This date is etched into the collective memory of the nation, a day that changed the course of history forever. It was a day filled with hope and excitement as President John F. Kennedy, a symbol of youthful vigor and progressive ideals, was visiting Dallas, Texas. The streets were lined with people eager to catch a glimpse of their charismatic leader. Little did they know this day would end in tragedy and sorrow. The day JFK was assassinated. I mean, we all know the story, right? But let's delve deeper into the events that unfolded. President Kennedy was riding in an open-top car, a decision that would later be scrutinized endlessly. He was accompanied by his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, Texas Governor John Connally, and Connally's wife, Nellie. The motorcade was making its way through Dealey Plaza, a location that would soon become infamous. President Kennedy riding in an open-top car in Dallas, waving to the crowds, and then bam, shots ring out. The first shot missed, but the second and third found their mark. The president was struck in the neck and head, and Governor Connally was also hit. The motorcade sped to Parkland Memorial Hospital, but it was too late. At 1 p.m., John F. Kennedy was pronounced dead. The nation was in shock, disbelief, and mourning. Chaos ensues. People were screaming, crying, and running in all directions. The scene was one of utter pandemonium. The news spread like wildfire, and soon the entire world was aware of the tragedy that had befallen the United States. It was a moment that stopped the world, a tragedy that shook America to its core. The young, vibrant president who had inspired so many with his vision of a better future was gone. It was a moment that stopped the world, a tragedy that shook America to its core. The young, vibrant president who had inspired so many with his vision of a better future was gone. The nation was plunged into a state of mourning, and the world watched in stunned silence. The images of Jacqueline Kennedy, her pink suit stained with her husband's blood, became an indelible symbol of the day's horror. But here's the thing, the official story, the lone gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald, acting alone, it just doesn't sit right with everyone. Oswald was a former Marine who had defected to the Soviet Union before returning to the United States. He was arrested just hours after the assassination, but before he could stand trial, he was shot and killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby. This only fueled the fire of speculation and doubt. There are just too many loose ends, too many unanswered questions. The Warren Commission, established to investigate the assassination, concluded that Oswald acted alone. But many people were not convinced. The single bullet theory, which posited that one bullet caused multiple wounds to both Kennedy and Connally, was met with skepticism. The lack of clear motive, the inconsistencies in witness testimonies, and the mysterious deaths of several key figures all contributed to the growing sense of doubt. And that's where the conspiracy theories come in. Because let's be real, whenever you have a major event like this, there are always going to be people who think there's more to the story. The JFK assassination is no exception. Over the years, countless theories have emerged, each one more intriguing and complex than the last. Some suggest that Oswald was a patsy, set up to take the fall for a much larger plot. Because let's be real, whenever you have a major event like this, there are always going to be people who think there's more to the story. The JFK assassination is no exception. Over the years, countless theories have emerged, each one more intriguing and complex than the last. Some suggest that Oswald was a patsy, set up to take the fall for a much larger plot. Others believe that multiple gunmen were involved and that the true perpetrators have never been brought to justice. And in the case of JFK, there are enough theories to make your head spin. Was it the Mafia getting revenge for JFK's crackdown on organized crime? The Mafia theory suggests that organized crime figures were angered by the Kennedy administration's aggressive stance against them. They had the means, the motive, and the opportunity to carry out such an audacious act. Some even believe that Jack Ruby, who killed Oswald, was connected to the Mafia and was silencing him to prevent him from revealing the truth. Was it the Mafia getting revenge for JFK's crackdown on organized crime? The Mafia theory suggests that organized crime figures were angered by the Kennedy administration's aggressive stance against them. They had the means, the motive, and the opportunity to carry out such an audacious act. Some even believe that Jack Ruby, who killed Oswald, was connected to the Mafia and was silencing him to prevent him from revealing the truth. Or was it the Soviets taking out the leader of the free world? The Cold War was at its peak, and tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were high. Some theorists argue that the Soviets orchestrated the assassination to destabilize the US government and gain an upper hand in the global power struggle. Was it the Soviets taking out the leader of the free world? The Cold War was at its peak, and tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union were high. Some theorists argue that the Soviets orchestrated the assassination to destabilize the US government and gain an upper hand in the global power struggle? Or was it something even more sinister, a conspiracy that went all the way to the top? Some believe that elements within the US government itself were involved, seeking to remove Kennedy for their own reasons. This theory suggests a deep and dark web of intrigue and betrayal at the highest levels of power. Or was it something even more sinister, a conspiracy that went all the way to the top? Some believe that elements within the US government itself were involved, seeking to remove Kennedy for their own reasons. This theory suggests a deep and dark web of intrigue and betrayal at the highest levels of power. The truth may never be known, but the questions and theories continue to captivate and intrigue people to this day. The assassination of JFK remains one of the most debated and analyzed events in modern history, a mystery that may never be fully solved. Okay, guys, let's get real for a second. Have you ever looked at the pyramids in Egypt, Stonehenge, or those giant heads on Easter Island and been like, how the hell did they build that? I mean, these structures, they're insane. The engineering, the precision, it's mind-blowing. And these ancient civilizations, they didn't have bulldozers, cranes, or even the freaking wheel in some cases. So how did they move these massive stones, some weighing hundreds of tons? It's a question that has baffled historians and archaeologists for centuries. And that's where our alien friends come in. Because some people, they think the answer is simple. It wasn't humans who built these incredible structures. It was aliens. Yep, you heard me right. Extraterrestrial beings from another planet. They say that ancient humans, they weren't sophisticated enough to build these things on their own. They needed help, and that help came from the stars. Okay, so we all know the story, right? World War II, Hitler's the worst. Everyone's like, this guy's got to go. And boom, the Allies are closing in. Berlin is in ruins, and Hitler is holed up in his bunker. The end seems inevitable. But what really happened in those final days? The official story is that Hitler committed suicide on April 30th, 1945, alongside his wife, Eva Braun. They supposedly took cyanide pills, and Hitler also shot himself to ensure he wouldn't be captured alive. The bodies were then burned in the garden of the Reich Chancellery. But is that the whole truth, or is there more to the story? He's dead by suicide in his bunker, or is he? This is where things get juicy, you guys. Apparently some people believe that Hitler pulled a major disappearing act and lived out his days chilling in South America. The idea that Hitler could have escaped and lived in hiding has fascinated historians, conspiracy theorists, and the general public for decades. But how plausible is this theory? Let's break it down. Like what? I know, it sounds totally bonkers, but hold on, there's more. There are all these supposed sightings of Hitler in Argentina after the war. Argentina, with its large German community and history of harboring Nazi war criminals, seems like a plausible hideout. The country was known for its neutral stance during the war and had a significant influx of German immigrants both before and after the conflict. Could Hitler have blended in among them? Like people claiming they saw him at cafes, restaurants, even a freaking opera house. I mean, come on, the guy loved a good Wagner opera, right? These sightings were not just random. They were detailed and came from various sources. Some claim to have seen him in Buenos Aires, while others reported sightings in more remote areas. The descriptions often matched Hitler's appearance, but could these witnesses have been mistaken or influenced by the hysteria of the time? But seriously, were these sightings legit, or just people seeing Nazis everywhere they looked? Some people even say they have proof, like documents and eyewitness accounts, that back up the whole Hitler in Argentina thing. There are declassified documents from various intelligence agencies, including the FBI, that mention investigations into these claims. These documents reveal that the Allies were indeed concerned about the possibility of high-ranking Nazis escaping to South America, but does this mean Hitler was among them? They point to declassified FBI files that mention investigations into these claims. I mean, why would the FBI waste time looking into it if there wasn't something there? The FBI files contain reports of alleged sightings and even detailed descriptions of Hitler's supposed life in Argentina. Some documents suggest that he lived in a secluded mansion, protected by loyal followers. But these reports are often based on second-hand information and lack concrete evidence. So what should we make of them? Okay, maybe they were just being thorough, but still, it makes you think, right? This whole thing is just so crazy, you guys. The idea of Hitler escaping and living in luxury while the world believed he was dead is both intriguing and horrifying. It challenges our understanding of history and raises questions about the effectiveness of the post-war hunt for Nazi war criminals. Could the most wanted man in the world really have slipped through the cracks? It's like something straight out of a movie. Did Hitler really escape justice and live out his life in Argentina? The story has inspired countless books, documentaries, and even movies. It's a narrative that captivates the imagination and fuels endless speculation. But beyond the sensationalism, what does the evidence actually say? Are there any credible sources that support this theory, or is it all just a wild goose chase? Or is this just another wild conspiracy theory that spiraled out of control? Let's dive into the evidence and see if we can unravel this historical mystery. We'll examine the eyewitness accounts, the declassified documents, and the historical context to determine if there's any truth to the idea that Hitler escaped to Argentina. Join us as we explore one of the most intriguing and controversial questions of the 20th century. Did Adolf Hitler really die in his bunker, or did he manage to escape and live out his days in hiding? All right, you guys, buckle up because we're about to go deep down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. This isn't just any rabbit hole, it's one filled with twists, turns, and enough intrigue to keep you on the edge of your seat. We're diving into the world of secret societies and shadowy figures, the kind of stuff that makes you question everything you thought you knew about the world. And trust me, this one is a doozy. We're not just talking about any run-of-the-mill conspiracy theory here. This is the granddaddy of them all. The one that has inspired countless books, movies, and late-night discussions. It's the kind of theory that makes you look over your shoulder and wonder if someone is watching you. We're talking about the Illuminati, the ultimate secret society that conspiracy theorists believe are pulling the strings behind the scenes, controlling governments, the media, even the music industry. Imagine a group so powerful that they can influence the course of history, shape public opinion, and dictate the trends that dominate our culture. It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? I know what you're thinking. Shane, are you serious right now? The Illuminati? That's like 2012. But here's the thing. The idea of the Illuminati has been around for much longer than you might think. It's a concept that has evolved over centuries, adapting to the times and the fears of each generation. The Illuminati? That's like 2012. But hear me out, you guys. The fascination with secret societies isn't just a modern phenomenon, it's something that has captured the human imagination for centuries. From the Freemasons to the Knights Templar, the idea of a hidden group wielding immense power has always been a part of our collective consciousness. But hear me out, you guys. The idea of a powerful, secretive group controlling the world has been around for centuries. It's like the ultimate conspiracy theory, and it just won't die. No matter how much we try to debunk it, the allure of the Illuminati persists. It's almost as if we need to believe in something bigger than ourselves, something that explains the chaos and complexity of the world. The idea of a powerful, secretive group controlling the world has been around for centuries. It's like the ultimate conspiracy theory, and it just won't die. The roots of this belief can be traced back to ancient times, when secret societies were often associated with mystical knowledge and hidden truths. These groups were thought to possess wisdom that was beyond the reach of ordinary people, and their influence was believed to extend into every aspect of society. It's like the ultimate conspiracy theory, and it just won't die. So, who are the Illuminati? Well, that's where things get tricky. The term Illuminati has been used to describe a variety of groups throughout history, each with its own unique characteristics and goals. Some say they're descendants of ancient Egyptian mystery cults, while others believe they're a group of powerful elites like bankers, politicians, and celebrities who secretly meet to decide the fate of the world. So who are the Illuminati? Are they a shadowy cabal of the world's most powerful individuals, or are they something more elusive and enigmatic? The truth is, no one really knows for sure. The lack of concrete evidence only adds to the mystery, fueling speculation and debate. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces, where every answer leads to more questions. Well, that's where things get tricky. Some say they're descendants of ancient Egyptian mystery cults, while others believe they're a group of powerful elites, like bankers, politicians, and celebrities who secretly meet to decide the fate of the world. Theories abound, each more elaborate than the last, and the lack of definitive proof only serves to deepen the intrigue. Some say they're descendants of ancient Egyptian mystery cults, while others believe they're a group of powerful elites like bankers, politicians, and celebrities who secretly meet to decide the fate of the world. The idea of a secret society with roots in ancient Egypt is particularly fascinating, as it ties into the allure of hidden knowledge and ancient wisdom. The symbols and rituals associated with these cults are often shrouded in mystery, adding to their mystique. While others believe they're a group of powerful elites like bankers, politicians, and celebrities who secretly meet to decide the fate of the world. Imagine a clandestine meeting where the most influential people in the world gather to make decisions that will shape the future. It's a scenario that seems straight out of a thriller, yet it's a concept that many find plausible given the complexities of global politics and economics. Politicians and celebrities who secretly meet to decide the fate of the world. I mean, can you imagine Beyoncé and Jeff Bezos sitting around a table, deciding what's going to be on the news tomorrow? It's a wild thought, but it's one that captures the imagination. The idea that the rich and powerful are pulling the strings behind the scenes is both thrilling and terrifying. I mean, can you imagine Beyoncé and Jeff Bezos sitting around a table deciding what's going to be on the news tomorrow? And then there are the symbols, you guys. The Illuminati are notorious for supposedly communicating through hidden symbols like the all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill, pyramids, and even the number 666. These symbols are said to be everywhere, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who know where to look, deciding what's going to be on the news tomorrow. And then there are the symbols. You guys, the Illuminati are notorious for supposedly communicating through hidden symbols, like the all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill, pyramids, and even the number 666. These symbols are said to be everywhere, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who know where to look. It's like a secret code that only the initiated can understand. And then there are the symbols, you guys. The Illuminati are notorious for supposedly communicating through hidden symbols like the all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill, pyramids, and even the number 666. These symbols are said to be everywhere, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who know where to look. It's like a secret code that only the initiated can understand. The presence of these symbols in everyday life adds an extra layer of mystery and intrigue to the whole concept. The Illuminati are notorious for supposedly communicating through hidden symbols like the all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill, pyramids, and even the number 666. These symbols are said to be everywhere, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered by those who know where to look. It's like a secret code that only the initiated can understand. The presence of these symbols in everyday life adds an extra layer of mystery and intrigue to the whole concept. It's as if the Illuminati are leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow, daring us to uncover their secrets. Like the all-seeing eye on the back of the dollar bill, pyramids, and even the number 666. Like, were they just trying to freak us out, or is there something more to it? Let's find out. The all-seeing eye, also known as the Eye of Providence, is one of the most recognizable symbols associated with the Illuminati. It's often depicted as an eye within a triangle, and it's said to represent the watchful eye of a higher power. The presence of this symbol on the dollar bill has led many to speculate about its significance and the possible influence of the Illuminati in the creation of the United States. Pyramids, and even the number 666, like, are they just trying to freak us out? Or is there something more to it? Let's find out. The pyramid is another symbol that is often associated with the Illuminati. It's said to represent the hierarchical structure of their organization, with the all-seeing eye at the top, overseeing everything below. The number 666, often referred to as the number of the beast, is also linked to the Illuminati and is believed to have sinister connotations. These symbols are thought to be a way for the Illuminati to communicate their presence and their power to those who are aware of their significance. Like, are they just trying to freak us out, or is there something more to it? Let's find out. The idea that the Illuminati are using these symbols to send a message is both fascinating and unsettling. It's as if they're playing a game with us, leaving clues and hints that only the most observant can decipher. The presence of these symbols in popular culture, architecture, and even currency suggests that the influence of the Illuminati is far-reaching and pervasive. Or is there something more to it? Let's find out. As we delve deeper into the world of the Illuminati, we'll explore the origins of these symbols, the theories surrounding their existence, and the possible motivations behind their use. We'll examine the evidence, separate fact from fiction, and try to uncover the truth behind one of the most enduring and captivating conspiracy theories of all time. So stay tuned, because this journey is just beginning, and there's so much more to discover. All right, guys, let's talk about one of the most enduring and bizarre conspiracy theories of all time, the Paul is dead theory. This theory has fascinated and perplexed Beatles fans for decades, and it's a story that's as strange as it is captivating. Imagine, if you will, that one of the most famous musicians in the world was secretly replaced, and the world was none the wiser. Intrigued? Let's dive in. Yeah, you heard that right. Some people believe that Paul McCartney, the cute one from the Beatles, actually died in 1966 and was replaced by a lookalike. This theory suggests that the real Paul McCartney met a tragic end, and that the Beatles, in a desperate bid to keep their band together and their fans happy, found a doppelganger to take his place. It sounds like something out of a spy novel, doesn't it? I know, it sounds completely insane, but trust me, the Paul is dead theory is like a rabbit hole of clues, hidden messages, and bizarre coincidences that have been fueling fan speculation for decades. From cryptic lyrics to strange album covers, fans have dissected every possible detail in search of the truth. It's a mystery that has taken on a life of its own, with each new clue adding another layer to the intrigue. It's enough to make you question everything you thought you knew about the Beatles. How could such a monumental secret be kept under wraps for so long? And why would the band go to such lengths to hide the truth? These are the questions that have kept the Paul is dead theory alive and well, even as the Beatles themselves have repeatedly denied it. So how did this whole thing start? Well, back in 1969, a rumor began circulating on college campuses that Paul McCartney had died in a car crash 3 years earlier. According to the story, Paul's death was covered up by the band and their management, who feared that the news would devastate their fans and derail their skyrocketing career. Instead of mourning their friend, they supposedly held a secret contest to find a lookalike who could step into Paul's shoes. The story goes that the Beatles, devastated by their friend's death and desperate to maintain their success, decided to replace Paul with the winner of a Paul McCartney lookalike contest. This new Paul was said to have undergone plastic surgery to perfect the illusion, and the band continued on as if nothing had happened. It's a wild tale, but one that has captured the imaginations of countless fans over the years. I mean, come on, that's just crazy enough to be true, right? The idea that the Beatles could pull off such an elaborate ruse is both fascinating and absurd, but what's even more intriguing is the sheer number of clues that fans have found to support this theory. From hidden messages in songs to strange symbols on album covers, the evidence seems to be everywhere if you know where to look. Of course, the rumor was quickly debunked, and Paul McCartney is very much alive and well. He has continued to make music and perform for decades, proving that the reports of his death were greatly exaggerated. But that hasn't stopped the conspiracy theorists from digging deeper and finding new evidence to support their claims. But that didn't stop fans from searching for clues in the Beatles' music and album artwork, convinced that the band was sending out secret messages about Paul's demise. They point to lyrics like, "He blew his mind out in a car" from A Day in the Life, and the infamous Abbey Road album cover, where Paul is barefoot and out of step with the rest of the band, as evidence that something is amiss. Whether you believe the theory or not, there's no denying that it has added an extra layer of mystery and intrigue to the Beatles' legacy. Fans have even gone so far as to play Beatles records backward, searching for hidden messages that might reveal the truth. Some claim to hear phrases like, "Paul is dead" and "Turn me on, dead man" when playing certain tracks in reverse. It's a practice known as backmasking, and it has only fueled the fire of the Paul is dead theory. Over the years, Paul McCartney himself has addressed the rumours, often with a sense of humour. In interviews, he has joked about the theory and even posed with a magazine that had the headline, "Paul is still with us." Despite his reassurances, the theory persists, a testament to the enduring fascination with the Beatles and their music. So why does the Paul is dead theory continue to captivate people? Perhaps it's because it taps into our love of mystery and intrigue, or maybe it's because the Beatles themselves were such a larger-than-life phenomenon that it's hard to believe their story could be so straightforward. Whatever the reason, the Paul is dead theory remains one of the most enduring and bizarre conspiracy theories in music history. In the end, whether you believe the theory or not, it's a fascinating piece of Beatles lore that adds to the mystique of the band. The Beatles were more than just a musical group. They were a cultural phenomenon that changed the world, and the Paul is dead theory, with all its twists and turns, is just one more chapter in their incredible story. So next time you listen to a Beatles album, take a closer look at the cover, listen carefully to the lyrics, and see if you can find any clues. Who knows, you might just uncover a mystery of your own. Okay guys, buckle up because we are diving headfirst into the world of UFOs and government cover-ups. This isn't just some sci-fi fantasy, it's a topic that has fascinated and terrified people for generations. From ancient civilizations to modern-day sightings, the idea that we might not be alone in the universe has always been a tantalizing mystery. I mean, come on, who hasn't looked up at the sky and wondered if we're really alone in this vast universe? The sheer number of stars and planets out there makes it almost impossible to believe that Earth is the only place with intelligent life. It's a question that has inspired countless books, movies, and even scientific research. It's like the ultimate question, right? Are we alone, or is there something or someone out there watching us? The idea that we might have cosmic neighbors is both thrilling and terrifying. It challenges our understanding of our place in the universe and forces us to confront the unknown. And honestly, the thought that our government might actually know the answer but is keeping it all hush-hush, that's where things get really interesting. The idea of a government cover-up adds a layer of intrigue and suspicion. It makes you wonder what else they might be hiding and why. That's some next-level creepy stuff. Imagine living in a world where the truth is out there, but it's being kept from us for reasons we can't even begin to understand. The secrecy, the fear, the unknown, it all adds up to a perfect recipe for conspiracy theories and wild speculation. We're talking Men in Black vibes, secret underground bunkers, the whole shebang. The idea that there are secret organizations dedicated to keeping us in the dark is both fascinating and terrifying. It makes you question everything you think you know about the world. So let's start with the basics. UFO sightings have been reported for decades, and they come in all shapes and sizes, from flying saucers to mysterious lights in the sky. These sightings have captured the imagination of people all over the world. People have been reporting UFO sightings for decades, like way before I was even a twinkle in my mama's eye. These reports span generations and cultures, suggesting that the phenomenon is not just a modern-day invention. It's something that has been with us for a long time. And I'm not talking about just some random lights in the sky. These sightings often involve detailed descriptions of strange crafts with capabilities that defy our current understanding of physics. It's like these objects are operating on a whole different level of technology. We're talking about detailed accounts of strange crafts with crazy capabilities, zipping around like they're late for a sale at Sephora. These crafts can change direction at incredible speeds, hover in place, and even disappear in the blink of an eye. It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. And the people reporting these sightings, they come from all walks of life. We're not just talking about conspiracy theorists or people looking for attention. These are credible witnesses with no reason to lie. They come from all walks of life: pilots, astronauts, your average Joe walking his dog. These are people who are trained to observe and report accurately. When a pilot or an astronaut says they've seen something strange, it's hard to dismiss their account. It's kind of hard to dismiss that many eyewitnesses, you know? When you have so many people from different backgrounds all reporting similar experiences, it adds a level of credibility that can't be ignored. It's like a puzzle with too many pieces to be just a coincidence. But here's where things get really juicy. A lot of these reports, they seem to vanish into thin air, like poof, gone. It's almost as if someone doesn't want us to know the truth. The idea that there might be a deliberate effort to suppress information is both intriguing and alarming. A lot of these reports, they seem to vanish into thin air, like poof, gone. It's almost as if someone doesn't want us to know the truth. The idea that there might be a deliberate effort to suppress information is both intriguing and alarming. People whisper about government agents swooping in, confiscating evidence and silencing witnesses. It's like something out of a spy thriller, but the fact that so many people believe it suggests there's more to the story. I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but is it really that far-fetched? When you consider the lengths to which governments have gone to keep secrets in the past, it's not hard to imagine that they might do the same with something as monumental as proof of extraterrestrial life. I mean, think about it. If the government actually had proof of extraterrestrial life, wouldn't they want to keep it under wraps? The implications of such a revelation would be enormous, affecting everything from national security to our understanding of our place in the universe. If the government actually had proof of extraterrestrial life, wouldn't they want to keep it under wraps? The implications of such a revelation would be enormous, affecting everything from national security to our understanding of our place in the universe. I mean, can you imagine the chaos if everyone knew? The stock market would crash, religions would be thrown into turmoil, and everyone would be freaking out about an alien invasion. The social and economic impact would be unprecedented. The stock market would crash, religions would be thrown into turmoil, and everyone would be freaking out about an alien invasion. The social and economic impact would be unprecedented. It's no wonder that some people believe the government would go to great lengths to keep such information under wraps. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. While the idea of a government cover-up is tantalizing, it's important to look at the evidence critically. There have been numerous investigations into UFO sightings, some of which have yielded fascinating results. Scientists and researchers have dedicated their careers to studying these phenomena, and their findings are worth considering. Scientists and researchers have dedicated their careers to studying these phenomena, and their findings are worth considering. From analyzing physical evidence to interviewing eyewitnesses, these experts have provided valuable insights into the UFO mystery. Their work helps separate fact from fiction and brings us closer to understanding the truth. From analyzing physical evidence to interviewing eyewitnesses, these experts have provided valuable insights into the UFO mystery. Their work helps separate fact from fiction and brings us closer to understanding the truth. Conferences and symposiums on UFO research attract scientists, military personnel, and enthusiasts from all over the world, all eager to share their findings and theories. Conferences and symposiums on UFO research attract scientists, military personnel, and enthusiasts from all over the world, all eager to share their findings and theories. It's a community driven by curiosity and a desire to uncover the truth, no matter how elusive it may be. It's a community driven by curiosity and a desire to uncover the truth, no matter how elusive it may be. And this curiosity isn't new. Throughout history, there have been accounts of strange objects in the sky, from ancient cave paintings to medieval manuscripts. These historical records suggest that the UFO phenomenon is not just a modern-day curiosity, but a timeless mystery. Throughout history, there have been accounts of strange objects in the sky, from ancient cave paintings to medieval manuscripts. These historical records suggest that the UFO phenomenon is not just a modern-day curiosity, but a timeless mystery. It's a puzzle that has intrigued humanity for centuries, and one that we are still trying to solve. It's a puzzle that has intrigued humanity for centuries, and one that we are still trying to solve. As we continue to explore the cosmos and push the boundaries of our knowledge, who knows what we might discover? The truth is out there, and it's up to us to keep searching. The truth is out there, and it's up to us to keep searching. Whether it's through scientific research, eyewitness accounts, or even government disclosures, every piece of the puzzle brings us one step closer to understanding the mysteries of the universe. So keep looking up, keep asking questions, and never stop searching for the truth. All right, you guys, we're moving on from alien cover-ups to something a little closer to home Denver International Airport. Now, I know what you're thinking, Shane, an airport, really? But trust me on this one, this is not your average airport. This place is like a conspiracy theorist's dream come true. I mean, for starters, this airport is massive, like ridiculously huge. It's actually the largest airport in North America by area, which is kind of weird considering Denver isn't exactly the busiest travel hub in the world. So why so big? Well, some people believe it's because there's more to this airport than meets the eye. We're talking about secret underground bunkers, hidden messages, and a whole lot of creepy artwork. Well, there you have it, guys. 10 of history's wildest conspiracies explored and dissected for your viewing pleasure. Did we miss any of your favorites? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more mind-blowing content. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, stay spooky.